I did my 5 meals, and I made, I don't know if you can hear that. It sounds like a motorcycle, or it's not a motorcycle. What are those called? Dirt bikes? It's not, I don't know. I hear it like, anyway, ignore the background noise. All right, so I did the 5 meals, and I made the Bam cake, but I made them into muffins. So what I did is okay, my husband helped. So I did them in muffin pan. I made 12 so far. And then we topped them with just a tiny amount of nuts and then some swerve brown sugar. And I also added cinnamon and 1 cup of baking blend in place of 1 cup of the ground oats. I haven't tasted it, so I don't know exactly how it's going to taste, but that's what I did, or we did. All right, so here's my crock pot is being used right now, and so I can't put a meal in the crock pot. So what I have here are my Smoky chicken wraps. All right, so here I have my chicken thighs in one baggie, and then I have my garlic, onion, and some barbecue sauce in this one, and then the dry seasonings in this one. I just did it like that. It's not, I mean, you probably could mix them, but I didn't. I don't know. I just felt like I wanted to keep them separate, which they're going to go in the crock pot. This recipe also calls for apple cider vinegar. And I don't know if apple cider vinegar will leach like plastic, and I don't know. So I haven't added it yet, and I don't know like even if I put it in a plastic container, how that would work. So I just know it needs a 1/4 cup of apple cider vinegar. All right, so then here's my 4 boxes. All right, this one is, I think there's hardly anything in this one. This is my butter chicken, and I've got 6 chicken thighs that I browned in butter, a can of tomatoes, the seasonings, the gram masala, the turmeric, cumin, salt and pepper, and then here I've got grated ginger and onions. I cheated on some of my onions. I used a bag of the seasoning blend and minced garlic. And then that will need to be served over some form of something. Hopefully I can make a yummy cauliflower rice. And then I thought about using a Joseph's pita or something, or maybe an unplanned naan. I don't want to use the one from the new cookbook because this is definitely a crossover. And I may add a little coconut milk to the recipe. We'll see. Because I still have some of that 1 can from my last recipe. All right, so this is my chili. So here's my hamburger meat and seasonings and all that I did earlier today. And then my crushed tomatoes, and then my Rotel. It's off-brand Rotel. So then what I'll do is I just dump all this into the crock pot. And then, like I said, we're going to make it into Cincinnati chili. And so I'll boil the Dreamfields pasta. And then top the pasta with the chili, shredded cheese, and diced onion, and maybe some kidney beans. This recipe is bean-free right now. Okay. And again, like I said, we don't do Cincinnati chili like people in Cincinnati do. We made it, I guess, wrong because we do not put cinnamon in chili. All right, this is my chicken Greek soup. I have no idea what I'm gonna call it yet, but anyway, basically, got my red onions, chicken breast, canned tomatoes, bone broth. I'll use a little bit of this bone broth in another recipe as well. And then all my spices. And then my beans and my artichoke hearts. And then the day of, I will add diced black olives. You use Kalamata, how do you say that? However, I mean, it's so much cheaper just to buy the black olives, and I really don't like Kalamata olives. So be a purist and in this recipe and get McKinley. Stop. And then get the Kalamata. I might be saying that way wrong. And I cut up my red onion. And then I'll top it with feta cheese and we eat it. And then, let's see what is last. Why are you not going on? Okay. And my chicken breasts are still frozen in this recipe, and my chicken thighs are still frozen in this recipe. That recipe's bad. And then here's my, I think it's my tacos. Yes, my I don't know, shredded beef tacos. So basically I have a roast in this. My adobe peppers, my garlic, and all my seasonings. And then my rotel again. And then I'm going to dump that in. This is going to cook all day one day. And then shred it and then serve it as a taco. And that's it. So, I mean, I said that's it. It took me a little bit of time. But everything that's in here, in each set, container, baggie, whatever, gets dumped into the crock pot. And then I walk away. Like, I'm done. I don't touch it until hours later. The one that's going to need the least amount of cooking, I think, is going to be the butter chicken. So it's probably going to need to be 4 on low or 2 on high at the longest, just because it's boneless, skinless chicken thighs that are already brown. The ingredients are so few, but that's it. It's so simple-ish, I guess. And then if you, like for this one, if you would forget that you need to add apple cider vinegar, see this one, I'm going to put into my crock pot base and then in the fridge. So I'll just add the apple cider vinegar whenever I add all my ingredients. But if you don't have room for all these totes, maybe you would have room for a few of these baggies in your fridge. And then instead of storing the cans, you could just dump the cans if you wanted to. Anyway, this is what I did. I hope this is helpful. So this is going to make my week of all my 5 dinners on plan be so much easier and so much smoother. Like I said, I've got dinner in my crock pot right now, so it's late. I've been working on this for a little too long with making the muffins as well. But I hope this helps you. It helps me. I would have much rather sat with my husband for that 30 minutes, hour. Well, I've probably been an hour and not done this, but I have all this done. And so when I sit down in a little bit, I will feel so, I guess, relieved and that's not what I'm looking for, but anyway, I will be just so much more relaxed knowing that I've got our dinners already done for the week. That's it. I hope you have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Bye. As I reach across